Yeah, this your guy stiffLefthook. This is my weekend review of the fights that took place. There were 4 fights that in particular I want to talk about. Of course, first it's this guy James KIRKLAND. He gets into the ring with Alfredo Angulo as a heavy underdog. Angulo is a traditional, Mexican fighter. He trains under a legendary Mexican trainer. I forgot the guy's name, but he's a killer. Same trainer as Juan Manuel Marquez. James KIRKLAND's coming off of a disappointing loss in the springtime versus some Japanese guy. And, everybody was thinking, hey, James KIRKLAND's, in over his head. He had fought a couple of guys over the summertime just to regain a little bit of confidence back. So he steps into the ring with this guy Angulo. Angulo's a killer. I seen Angulo's last fight. He kicked the shit out of somebody last time he was in the ring. And the first round was, probably one of the most exciting rounds in boxing this year. Obviously, out of that one, and out of this fight, and Berto and Ortiz, hey, flip a coin. James KIRKLAND came in throwing a lot of punches. He came in trying to swarm Angulo, corralled him up in the corner, start throwing a lot of blows. Angulo just sat back and waited for him. Bam! Hit him with the straight right hand. Now let me tell you guys something about the right hand. The straight right hand to a guy's face is the most stunning punch you can get. Okay? Period. Okay? Because it's so damn fast. You know what I'm saying? And, you don't see it, but then again, you do see it. Because it's coming straight at your face. He knocked James KIRKLAND down. Now, James KIRKLAND had, in his previous couple of fights before the loss to the Japanese guy, he had been training with a dude out of Las Vegas. And, his regimen wasn't as, heavy and as tight as it should have been for a guy like James KIRKLAND. James KIRKLAND is very, he's kind of a loose cannon type of a guy. So a guy like that, like James KIRKLAND, he has to be pushed to the edge in training. James KIRKLAND is pretty much just, a killer. He's really like, he doesn't give a fuck, So a guy like that has to be pushed to the edge. And, who else can push him to the edge other than Ann Wolfe? Now, let's start giving props to Ann Wolfe. I mean, she's very unorthodox. She's a woman. I mean, come on. But she is a beast. I mean, if you want a motivational type of person in your corner, get Ann Wolfe's crazy ass, man. Because she's a monster, man. I mean, his training regimen was crazy. He got up into the ring. He got knocked down in the first round, the first 20 seconds of the fight. But through his regimen and through his mental conditioning, because conditioning physically is also conditioning mentally. Running, a couple miles, that's mental as well. You can easily just give up and say I'm tired, or you can mentally say fuck it, I'm gonna just keep running. Running a couple, running miles, that's, come on now. Anyway, he gets back into the fight late first round after he withstands a barrage of punches. And Angulo fuck around and punches himself out. Now, Angulo was very uncharacteristic of himself. Most Mexican fighters, they pick their punches, and they're really precise when they swing their blows. He just, for some strange reason, I guess he thought because James KIRKLAND got knocked out earlier this year that he was going to be able to do the same thing as the Japanese guy. So I don't think that he really prepared properly and he thought he was gonna knock James Kirkland out, and he punched himself out. And then after that, it was James Kirkland's fight. From there on out, James Kirkland scored a knockdown in the first round. And Angulo was finished after that. He just started getting his ass kicked for the next 5.5 rounds till they finally stopped him in the 6th round. Now, I believe that Angulo should have kept getting beat up. I believe that Angulo should have had an opportunity to fall to the canvas and try to get back up. See, I'm not really into the pre-stoppage of a fight. Okay? Anyway, Angulo comes up with the loss. Very disappointing. He doesn't even want to have an interview after the fight. Now, let's go on to these other fights. Just a real quick review on these guys. Lucian Bute versus Glenn Johnson. Glenn Johnson looked very old. He looked very one-dimensional and got dominated. I'm gonna just pretty much just keep it at that. That's just what it is. Glenn Johnson is, he's 42, 43 years old. He got dominated. He stayed in there. He held his own, but he got dominated. Now, another fight I want to talk about is Peter Keown. He was going against this guy named McEwing out of England. Kid Chocolate. Now, I'm going to start looking at stuff, really what's really going on. Now, Kid Chocolate, he had fought this guy, McEwing, in the same spot James Kirkland fought Angulo. Same referee. Referee prematurely stops the fight in Keown's fight. Okay? He's beating up the white guy. It's about the 6th round, I believe. He's beating him up, and then all of a sudden, the fight just gets stopped. What's up with the premature stoppage? You guys don't like seeing a black guy just unleash his fucking anger and strength on somebody? I think that's what it is, man. I really think that's what it is, because I seen black dudes get their heads splattered all over the ring, and somebody has to throw in a towel. But the ref always, for some strange reason, has compassion for anybody who's in the ring versus a black guy who isn't black. Okay? That's what I got to say about that. Now, the last fight was the funniest fight. It was the most exciting fight to me. This guy, I don't even know this guy's name. His last name is Cote. He has a hyphen, and his last name is Cote, but he's out of Quebec. He was on the undercard of the Glenn Johnson Lucian Bute fight. Man, that guy's a killer, man. I'm under the weather and shit, man. But this guy's a fucking killer. He went in there throwing big shots. He almost got his ass knocked the fuck out. But then he comes back in, started the bell, 2nd round, slaps his guns together twice, gives the big dude the 1-2, bam, bam, drops him. Then about 10, 13 seconds later, bam, hits him with the left, knocks him out. Cote, I don't know what your name is, man, the little light-skinned dude with the braids. Watch out for that guy, man. All you, junior welterweights. He needs to get his defense together, but, man, he hits hard. You can tell he hits hard. Every time he hits somebody, you can hear a big, big crack. He's a hard hitter. This is your guy, Stiff Left Hook. Kirkland, Cote, Keown, congrats. Bute, congrats. And that's all I gotta say. Stiffy.